Well, hello, everybody. It's good evening. A beautiful day outside. I was trying to record out there, but it is so windy. I had to come in. So I thought of a song this week that I sing quite often. It's called Find Us Faithful. And it says, may all who come behind us find us faithful. May the fire of our devotion light their way. May the footprints that we leave lead them to believe, and the lives we live inspire them to obey. I wonder when people at my funeral, at your funeral, what they'll say about us. Will they say that he was a good, godly guy? He was a good, godly girl, man, woman. They lived their life for God, for Christ. They lived their life out before their children. They were godly parents. They were godly grandparents. They were faithful to their church. They were faithful to serve in their church. They were faithful to their jobs, to live out what they believed about Christ and their biblical standards and beliefs. They lived them out around people on their job. They lived them out around family. Will they say that about us when we die? Or will they say, you know what, he was kind of a hit and miss guy, lukewarm. Sometimes he was talking about Christ, but then you would see him out doing other things. And I'm not talking about perfect people. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all have our little quirks, and we all live in this flesh because nobody's perfect. The only perfect person was Jesus Christ. But the overall life that we live overrides all of our little mistakes. People see our little mistakes and they know we got our little quirks, but they say, you know what? We know he's got his little quirks and he messes up just like everybody else, but he loves the Lord and he serves the Lord and he teaches his family about the Lord and he serves in his church and he works at his job faithfully proclaiming Jesus when he has opportunities. What will they say about you? What will they say about me? We were at a funeral this week, and some of y'all, I'm sure, would know who that is. Wonderful young man, died really too young. You hate to see anybody die as young as he did, but God had a purpose. God had a plan. And the testimony and the legacy this young man left behind was amazing. If you come to the funeral not knowing Christ, then you shouldn't have left without knowing him, because it was preached. And the sermon that was preached was by this young man's legacy and the life that he left behind. The speakers and the preachers did a marvelous job, a great job, but the real sermon was the life of this young man who truly loved the Lord. And every testimony that you heard about him was an amazing testimony, a great legacy. We could say that he was found faithful. Can we say that about us? Can we say that about me? I want to be left at my funeral, and when people see me and remember me and my family remembers me, I want my life and my legacy to point them to Jesus. And I hope that's what you want. I hope that's what you say. Well, I've messed up so much in my life. Well, it's never too late. His mercies are new every morning. So if you don't know him and you want to know him, it's never too late to come to Christ. Maybe you've already come to Christ and you've just done some really bad things and you just need to recommit. You hadn't done a good job. You just hadn't done a really good job. You said, I'm going to recommit my life to do it better. It's never too late, because God wants us to be faithful. He wants us to leave a legacy of love and devotion and faith to him. I hope that's your prayer today. May all who come behind us find us faithful.